would like to ask the Hanna and Ryan families to come at this time and stand with us as you witness this historic moment. This is a good time for family participation and sharing. After watching the Republican convention, I saw a lot of family members. So we want to keep the tradition up. I'm going to ask Rosanna Brown if she would come at this time to help me with this presentation. Roseanne, I'm sorry. Roseanne. Okay. The reason why I have asked Roseanne Brown, Roseanne, Rosa, to come and share in this celebration is because Attorney Ryan's legacy spans several city councils. I was trying to count perhaps 5 or more. She has served under at least 2 mayors. And so the presentation that she is receiving tonight is not just for her service with this council, but it is the service of 20 years, from 1996, I believe, to 2016. So when we present the plaque, it will say that. So I am going to present at this time Ms. Brown to come and share some of the bio highlights of Pamala Hanna Ryan. And I'm really happy because 2 or 3 children's names I still can't pronounce, so I won't mess up your names.
Thank you, Mayor Master. It truly is an honor to have opportunity to share in this. Most folk don't know, I've known Pam all of her life, and much of her time, a lot of her time in her early years was spent in my house. I made myself one of her mamas, and she still didn't get away from it. But I'm so proud of you. Bio for Pamala H. Ryan. Pamala Hanna Ryan is the daughter of the late Edna Hanna Sr. and Geneva Hanna. She grew up in the city of Riviera Beach, attending Lincoln Elementary, John F. Kennedy Middle School, and Suncoast High School. Ms. Ryan attended Purdue University in West Lafayette, Indiana, receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in economics. Thereafter, she attended the University of Florida, Levin College of Law, where she graduated in 1993. Returning home, Ms. Ryan began her legal career as an assistant public defender for the 15th Judicial Circuit Public Defender's Office, and soon thereafter was tapped to become a staff attorney for now retired Judge W. Matthew Stevenson at the 4th District Court of Appeals, where she clerked for 2 years. In June 1996, Ms. Ryan was hired by the city as an assistant city attorney. Ms. Ryan had the privilege of working for 3 years under the direction of City Attorney Andrew DeGraffenreich. Thereafter, Ms. Ryan was given the opportunity to work in the position of Deputy City Manager, which gave her significant administrative experience and allowed her to interact with the public and work closely with departments on city projects, large and small. Ms. Ryan held this position until she was selected in May 2000 for the city's top legal position, City Attorney. Ms. Ryan has served as city attorney for Riviera Beach for 16 years. Ms. Ryan and her husband, Anthony, have 3 children. Remedy, 17, attends Suncoast High School in its IB program. Penelope, 12, attends Bach Middle School. And Parker, 9, attends Palm Beach Gardens Elementary School. Ms. Ryan is a board-certified member of the Florida Bar, where she serves as vice chairperson of the City, County, and Local Government Certification Committee. Ms. Ryan is also admitted to practice in the Southern District of Florida and before the Supreme Court of the United States. Ms. Ryan is a member of several local bar associations and other organizations. After serving the city of Riviera Beach for 20 years, Ms. Ryan will be entering private practice in August 2016, where she will continue to practice in the area of local government law at the law firm of Torsivia, Donlin, Godot, and Ansay, PA. So you'll probably see her here.
Ms. Ryan, Attorney Ryan, has also received a certification that very few attorneys received, and former Councilman Bruce Guyton pointed this out and commended her during that time that we received such acclamation, certification. She received a certification as a specialist in city, county, and local government law. So we did not just have an attorney, we had a specialist in those fields. Now, it doesn't mean that Attorney Ryan and I have not disagreed on some legal terms. We have. We've been in court together, and I said to her, we're going to lose this case. She said, how do you know? I said, I just know. Isn't that right? But
once or twice.
Once or twice. But she has won so many. I respect her faithfulness. I respect her tenure and legacy. Very few people can stay anywhere doing anything 20 years, especially in public service. A statement that Reverend Jesse Jackson made, and I'll never forget it. He said, we are not perfect servants, we are public servants. And there's two things that I want to say to Attorney Ryan, as I want to say one statement for the last statement that I will make and share with you. But there are two people, and this is not to be said disrespectfully to any of the people who served in the past or in the administration or department heads or whoever or whatever. But I can tell you this. It doesn't mean that no one else has reached that level, but there are two people that stick out in my mind. There are two people that I can say have never, ever lied to me. Troy Perry and Pamela Hanna Ryan. If I asked her something, she would just say, Mr. Mayor, I'm not talking about that. And I appreciate the fact. Those are the two people. There are others, but I want to point that out because that meant a lot to me. Because somewhere I read, and I got two preachers here tonight, that a liar and a thief, and I think you will finish that in TV land. So at this time, let me present this plaque. And this is given to, and it was prepared by Medallion Trophy Plaque Company of Riviera, local Riviera Beach business. It's almost as tall as Roseanne. And this is, again, on behalf of all of our councils and previous men. And they said there's a plastic over here somewhere. We'll take it off. Leave it on there? Okay. You'll see it in a minute. This is to the council and those that are viewing in television land. And this is to the public. And when you serve 20 years, you get one too. Of whatever department. I always think about Mrs. Perry, who served so many years, and also Miss Ward, who served. It says, from the city of Riviera Beach, Palm Beach County, Florida, Attorney Pamala, and I have to tell you, I've misspelled your name for 10 years or longer.
Most people do.
P-A-M-A-L-A, Pamala Hanna, H-A-N-N-A, Ryan, for 20 years of dedicated and loyal service to the mayors and city councils of Riviera Beach from 1996 to 2016, presented from the office of the mayor, Mayor Thomas Masters, July 20th, 2016. And my last statement to you before we applaud is that a bishop in the church that I pastored in 23 said this to me, and I'll take it to my grave. Says you can't keep a bad woman up, and you can't keep a good woman down. Thank you. Turn it right.
Masters, that was beautiful. I want to say that this was completely unexpected, but very much appreciated. When I went over the agenda with the manager on Monday, we always have our agenda reviews. I noticed as we went through each item that the mayor had added this item, and I screamed because I just wanted to make my little comments and just leave. But I thank him very much, and I want to speak from the heart, but I'm going to do what my former and retired Judge Stevenson did. He said, in speaking from the heart, I'm going to read it from this piece of paper. So here I go. First, I want to thank you, Mayor Masters. I don't know where
I'm right here.
For your continued support throughout the years. Around City Hall, I have been fondly referred to as his favorite city employee, to the point where the mayor just started saying, when he would see me in the halls, my favorite. When I hinted to the mayor that I would be retiring, he told me that he didn't want to hear it. He threw up his hands and he walked away. When that happened, I truly knew that I was his favorite, and I will miss him very much.
Thank you.
I want to thank the City Council and all of the previous councils I have worked with for your professionalism throughout the years. As the mayor stated, we did not always see eye to eye on issues, but there was mutual respect and professionalism, and I appreciate that. That applies to department heads and employees as well. I will truly miss the camaraderie and friendship that I have developed with all of you. I want to thank the citizens of this city. It has been your continued support for a local girl who went to Lincoln, Kennedy, and the old Suncoast High School that enabled her to come back to her hometown after college and after law school. It has been a privilege for me to work here for 20 years in my own hometown. Not many people can say that, and I'm humbled by your support and encouragement over the years. I would be remiss if I didn't call a few names, so I'm going to right now. I'll make this quick. First, the late Herman McCrae. Herman McCrae would call me after city council meetings. We would have some really tough meetings, and he would call me the next day in my office, and I would tell my staff, I don't care what I'm doing, I'm taking his call. Mr. McCrae would just make me be still for a few minutes, and he would pray with me.
Reverend McCrae.
Reverend McCrae.
Talking about.
I always called him Mr. McCrae, but Reverend McCrae,
You
yes.
met him as Mr. McCrae.
And after Reverend McCrae passed, his sister, Miss Morrow, took up his job. She would call me, and she still does, to make sure that I was okay after some of those meetings, and I really appreciated it. I want to thank Chief Wester, Lonnie Lovett, Mary Bram, Margaret Shepard, who I have to thank again tonight. Thank you, Ms. Shepard, for your kind words. Mr. Guyton for his kind words. I did not expect them, and I appreciate them very much. And former councilperson Sylvia Blue, who came to the mic on my behalf many times over the years, not as council members, but as members of the public. And I want to publicly say thank you to each of you. I want to thank my family, stand-up mother, my praying mother, as I have often called her.
Give the mother a hand.
All the time that I was God's child, and what God gave me, no man would take from me. She supported me again on the days after council meetings, usually on Fridays, because I was too tired on Thursday mornings. We would have our time very early in the morning, and she would encourage me. I want to thank my wonderful husband, Tony, who never came to these council meetings because he always knew I could handle myself. He never came. So my children, my oldest Remedy is in California at a summer workshop, so she's not here. She's missing it, but she'll watch it on review. Penelope, who's 12, and Parker, who you already heard from. My children are now government people. They watch the council meetings, and they have become lovers of politics, especially Penelope. She follows it very carefully. She loves watching some of you, and I have to tell you, citizens, sometimes I get screenshots of you when you're standing at this mic. She makes little comments about citizens, mostly good. When I look back I realized all of the significant moments in my life have occurred while working in the city. I got married here, I bought a house here, I've had 3 children here, and I did get to become an expert in the field of local government. I can tell you, I am an expert because there's not a single issue that I've ever encountered or talked to people about that we have not dealt with in the city. So, you know, no matter how hard it has been, at times it has been tough, it's all worked out in the end because I've learned so much and I feel I have so much more to give back. So finally, as I embark on my new chapter at the law firm of Torcivia, etc., it's going to be hard for me to remember that whole name. Please know that I am still a resident and I'm still here. It is my hope that I will be able to serve my hometown in many ways, but I want to let you know that this is not goodbye. I'm still here and you can still call on me anytime. Thank you.
Pamela, you must jump in.
Start
Get a good picture of that.
as they take their pictures. We'll start from the council and the comments. Start with Councilperson Pamala.